Hey there, it's Carla Lynn Hall from InternetFamousVIP.com, and I teach bloggers how to create and sell digital products. Good morning. It is Wednesday, May 2nd, and this is May is for Marketing. And each day I have promised to live stream tips on how to sell your digital products this month. So today is May 2, and I'm at it. So today's topic is how to sell digital products on your blog. Yesterday I taught the 15 compelling elements of a sales page. That's what you really need to sell your digital product 24/7 while you're doing something else that sales page is selling for you. That was yesterday. Today I'm going to go a little more basic, and I'm going to teach you how to sell digital products on your blog. So today's tip is going to be kind of simple, but it's not always obvious. So when it comes to your blog, promote your products prominently. Say that with me. Promote your products prominently. Very good. Okay, so one thing is you don't know where a person's going to land when they come to your blog. So if you have a blog, if you have a digital product, an ebook, a mini course, you have a whole shop, you have a product line, it shouldn't be hard for people to find where that is. It should be really obvious. And it sounds like a really basic tip, but I've been checking out different people's blogs and I don't see any mention of them. So you want to help yourself by making sure that your digital product or products or your line or whatever that you offer is in full view at all times. So you want, because you don't know where a person is going to land on your blog. You want to make sure that your product can be seen from all angles. So that includes your top navigation bar, your blog sidebar, and your footer. So what I mean by that, so on your top navigation bar, where you have, about, menu, something else, contact, whatever that navigation bar is, there should be a link there that goes to shop or store. If you're a coach, work with me, whatever that is, that needs to be at the very top, just a little link so that people know that you have something to offer. Now, also you want to use your blog's sidebar if you have a blog sidebar. I recently took mine out and then I put it back in, and I'm so glad I have it back. But if you don't have a sidebar, then that's fine. But if you do have a sidebar, you want to have your product featured on there. You want people to be able to see it, and you want people to be able to see it from any page on your blog. And then also you want to have it maybe in your footer. If you don't have graphic images like links at the bottom, you could do that too, that link to your sales page, to your course, or you could just have a link that says, store. You could have another link, at the bottom at your footer, but it should be somewhere that people can easily find, that they could see the link that says store or shop or work with me, or something that obviously says I'm selling something, and like I'm offering something for sale, or I have services to offer. How's that? Does that sound better? So don't hide your light. Don't hide your light under a bushel. I spoke with someone recently who was so excited about this book that they published, and I was so happy for her. I was like, oh my God, that's so great. And apparently she's had this book for years, and it's something that she's really proud of, and yada yada yada. And I just went to her website, and it wasn't on there. Think about that. If you have a book, if you have an ebook, if you have an online course, shine your light. Let the world know. Don't hide it from us. That's what, if you're here to help people, put it somewhere really obvious where people can see it and they don't have to go looking for it. So just remember that. Okay. So if you remember, like newspaper, they talk about above the fold. If there's anything above the fold, um, when it comes to featuring your your shop, your Work With Me page, your store, your course, whatever that is, do so. In the sidebar, you can do that by having, just having it a higher placement. I think I have I might have my email opt-in at a higher placement, but that's okay because my goal right now is to build my list, and probably will be, I suppose, forever. But I'm setting it up that I want that to be the main goal of my blog, to build my mailing list. So you'll be hearing more about that, in the days to come. But for now, I've just, I've put in a whole bunch of opt-ins in my blog. So that's definitely above the fold. But if, you might just want to be focusing on your course, so then okay, or your ebook or your printable or whatever it is that you're selling, your journal, that you did on CreateSpace, have mention of it above the fold as much as possible. If not in the navigation bar, then, or if not in the sidebar, then definitely in the navigation bar, that it should be easy for people to find. If you have so much traffic that you're working with an ad network like Mediavine, that means that you have a lot of traffic and that you are doing well, to bring people to your site, because Mediavine, they're not really going to be really working with you until you have a certain amount of traffic. So take advantage of that and make sure that if you have that much traffic, that your product is getting seen, because you get 100% of your product. So make sure to take advantage of that traffic. It's like a milestone. It's like when people get enough traffic to qualify for being part of a Mediavine network. That's a milestone. That means it's time to sell something. I mean, I feel like you are considered an authority when you have that kind of traffic. And to expand your authority, I believe that having an ebook, some kind of printable, or a mini course or a course, I think that is a really great way to grow yourself, and I highly recommend it. And it's something that you will develop over years and years. If you're blogging and this is serious to you, this is something to consider. If you have an email list and it keeps growing and you have to keep taking people out, well, the thing is, email lists weren't designed to get smaller. They're designed to grow. So at some point, if you're getting a large if you're getting, a lot of subscribers, that means it's time to sell something. It's time to, maybe if that sounds too crass, I mean, it's time to build upon your authority and put that on record somewhere. That is, using your personal energy, your personal story to help someone else and to teach them something that you have learned, that you have, that you have mastered because you were there. Those are milestones to be celebrated, and to remind yourself, yeah, okay, it's time for me to create some kind of product, some kind of course or ebook or printable. So anyway, don't let an ad network get in front of your product. That's all I'm saying. All right, so people who might not really be making a lot of sales on their blog might be saying, how do bloggers make consistent money from blogging? And as many of you already know, a successful blogger creates valuable content that's search engine optimized, and it provides solutions for their audience. And and once you create that readership, creating a digital product in the form of an ebook, a course, or PDF printable is often a natural course. But selling said book might be a new skill for you. Dun, dun, dun. And that's why I'm here. I am here to remind you to put to promote your products prominently. That is what I'm here to do. So I want to give some tips on how to do that. So once you know that you need to have like a link at the top, you need to have mention of it in the sidebar, and you need to have it in your footer, or however you want to do that. I want to give you a tip on how to create thumbnail pictures for your product. Now, this is something I also feel that that we might skip when it comes to creating the product, but we need to have some kind of graphic for it. I mean, and it's really important to have a graphic that is good for social media, especially Pinterest even. It's time to think about creating something that's compelling and looks good, because people will often see your graphic, and that will also help them decide whether or not to buy or click onto your product. So I want you to create a thumbnail for your product. That is what you would use on your sidebar, or maybe in other places you want to have a graphic that can be used just to promote your product. So if it's an ebook, you create a cover, and I highly recommend that you go to Amazon.com to look at those, to look at other covers, just to see how people do it. Like if you feel like you want to do it yourself, you can get someone from Fiverr, if that's what you want. But if you have enough graphic know-how, you could do this on Canva. I've done that, but I went to Amazon just to get an idea, because you don't want to have you want your thumbnail to be clear, and thumbnails are going to be very small, so you don't want to use scripts and things like that. So I look at other book covers on Amazon.com for some best practices. So that's what I'm recommending, for that as well. And but you can make an ebook cover on Canva. So, and I love Canva, and it's a free program. I have the paid program, but you could definitely use the free program to make all kinds of ebook covers. If you have a course, you can take a thumbnail graphic and you can make a mock-up on it. Like it could be on a monitor or a tablet or a phone, a desktop. There's all these little things that gives you a mock-up. So you have this really cool computer with your course on it. That looks very cool. Canva does that. And again, Canva is free. If you're doing a course, it looks really good if you have like the name of the course or the image for the course, whatever you're using for your, for your thumbnail picture. That will look really good on a computer monitor. And then people understand that means that this is a course. So that's something to check out. Let's see, if you're creating a PDF printable, such as lesson plans or sheet music or something like that, create a cover for it. Even if people aren't going to print it, it's okay. This graphic is for promotion purposes. Some people might use it, some people might not, and that's fine. But you're using this graphic to show people, what it is inside, and then it's this beautiful graphic representation of your PDF printable. So I know like Fabiola, for example, she had done these lesson plans, and there's this really cool cover with like blue and white stripes and a big circle in the middle, and it had like the title for what it is. That is perfect. That's gorgeous. And people can see that and just look at you want something a little more, you want something that people could look at, the cover. And sometimes people do judge a book by its cover. So give them a beautiful cover to look at, to buy, and to buy. So these graphics should catch the eye as someone is scanning your blog, because someone will come to your blog, and if you seem to have what it is that they want to know, they're going to look around for a little bit maybe, and you want them to see your course, you want them to see your ebook, you want them to see your printable or whatever it is that you are offering, or your coaching services. These graphics should be eye-catching from hopefully any page on your blog. If you're a Pinterest person, you want to create a Pinterest graphic that others can pin. I have been loving Pinterest lately. I've really been getting into it and doing a few things on there. And so I learned this trick. So if you add a description for your blog, like you have a description with a call to action for your blog post. So in that, let me go back. For your blog post graphic, in the alt text section, write a description with a call to action. So a description of the blog post, like a little quick summary, plus, and then go to check out more at blah, 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 whatever that website is, your website is. And put that information in the alt text section before you add that graphic to the blog post. When you do that, that means that when someone pins it, that all of that information will go along with it. So a lot of people don't change it, or they don't put a description in there. So you can at least help yourself by having a Pinterest-friendly graphic and one with a description that will go with it forever and ever on Pinterest. So that's a little tip I learned this week. So in conclusion, you want to promote your products prominently. Do not hide your light. Let us see what it is that you are offering. So let us know again in the top navigation bar. There should be a link at the top. In your blog sidebar, as high as you can possible, mention your course or your ebook or whatever it is with a graphic, an eye-catching graphic, not small. Let people know that it exists so they can purchase it. And also in your footer down at the bottom, you might have your courses listed there. I know some of you do that. Or some of you might just have a link that says at the bottom, shop, just like the navigation bar at the top. So you just want to make sure that there is a link handy and easy to find, on your footer that says, I have something to offer. So whether that's coaching or courses or, a work with me link, make sure that people know that you have something to offer. So that is May 2. May is for marketing. I am Carla, InternetFamousVIP.com. I teach bloggers how to create and sell digital products. This month, I am going live and teaching people how to sell their digital products now that they've made them. So I hope you tune in this month, and I look forward to seeing you. Okay, bye.